Yo, 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 my Star Citizens and Noob Gamers. Welcome back to another episode of Star Citizen with me, Minix. And in today's episode, I'm going to be asking the question, is this the griefing or is this piracy? So I'm going to play the old video. This is what happens in the end. As you can see here, I thought I'd just show you this so that you didn't have to endure 8 minutes of me talking about what went on. But I just want to ask the question here, is this griefing or is this piracy? I had about 5 million of cargo on my ship and they were stalking me. Unfortunately, they did it too soon. They interdicted me too soon, which allowed me to get back to the station and get on a pad. And they did some clever stuff to stop me from being able to get rid of my cargo. But I think ultimately, in the end, I would say that I was griefed there. I was definitely took some griefing. So here I am over at, I think it's either Anvek or the other one that's nearby that sells fresh food, or on Stanton, and I've probably got about 5 million of cargo on board. Now I know there's pirates around because I've seen them earlier on, and there's another video I'll do later showing what they did earlier to somebody else. And so I was just picking up some more cargo here. Like I said, about 5 million that I had, and like I said, they made a mistake here because yesterday I got pirated by Thor Raven, and he did a good job. When I got out into space, he then interdicted me, and I didn't have a chance to turn around and get back and stuff like that. So this time, I'm just having a good scan around this time, make sure there's no ships around. I see the ship over there that's broken to my right. That was what happened earlier on to two ships that got into a fight and smashed into each other. And so it shows the fresh food there. So I went over and checked that out, and then I thought, right, let's get off to Hurston. So I'm heading over to Hurston. Still got my scanner on, so I'll switch over to my quantum mode and start boosting out. Get interdicted. So straight away I'm like, right, I know I'm not far from the base. I'm going to head straight back down to the base. That way then, I'm in an armistice zone. They can't shoot me. They can't do anything like that. I also thought that pad ramming was a no in the terms of service on this game. I thought if you're in an area like this, you're protected. What protection do we have other than trying to get somebody to protect us? But then they can't even protect us then if you're in an armistice zone, and they're going to come and pad ram you because you can't shoot into an armistice zone. So what protection do we actually have as a cargo hauler if someone does what they did to me and in the end and pad ram me? So I've put myself back into what I would think was safety. They can't come and shoot me. They can't not supposedly pad ram me because it's supposed to be in the terms of service. To that's not allowed. So obviously they're in a team here because you saw the massive ship, whatever that was at the beginning, that hit me, and then they had also, I think it's a warden and they must have had a mantis, unless the warden is the one that interdicted me, whoever interdicted me, and then they also had someone comes in another fighting ship. I can't remember what it's called. It's one of the Gladius, that's it. And so you'll see him, he's coming in now from my right. You'll see him coming in, and I think it's in the Warden. It's either the Warden or it's the Saber Raven or something like that. Here he is coming in now on my right. So I put my shields on so he can't shoot in. And so this, at this point, is piracy. They have tried to interdict me, so they've stuck me back here at this pad. What he does now is he's going to come in, he's going to shut the cargo doors of the freight elevators so I can't take my cargo out. Because the moment I open my doors, he'll get on my ship, take away my ship or whatever, or if I start loading cargo out, he'll be able to pull it back out of the freight elevator, and we'll just be in a battle of trying to get it in a freight elevator. And I'm presuming he can't take it out of the freight elevator. It's something I'd have to try. But there is something strange does happen once he does close these doors. He does come up to my ship, and you'll see in a second. He comes up to my ship and opens my lift. Now, and I also thought other people can't open ships that are closed. I've never been able to open ships that have closed. So I'm not too sure how he was able to do that. As you see, he went up to the ship, then to the button, and you'll see in a minute my lift comes down. How was he able to do that? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing something. You guys can let me know in the comment section. So I just raised myself just so that he couldn't get on the ship. And then he chats to me and says basically, the cargo's ours. You might as well just leave it and not risk your life. At the end of the day, it's 5 million of cargo. If I give them the cargo, I've lost it. So if I'm going to lose the cargo, I might as well lose the cargo with the ship and everything else. Like, I'm not losing anything other than the cargo in the end anyway. So here's the guy in the Gladius. So they're proper stalking me now. Now, I'm not too sure if I'd have when I first was going up towards the atmosphere, if I'd have just carried on, would I have outrun them? Does anybody know the speed of the Raven or whatever he's got there, and the speed of the Gladius and the Mantis? Would if I was in quantum mode, would I have outrun them in space, in deep space? Would they have been able? What's the speed if they're in SCM mode where they can fire? Would they have been able to shoot at me if I was just going forward and kept pushing forward and had all my power to management to my thrusters and just kept thrustering out or boosting out? Would they have caught me in the end? Something I'll have to try next time when I get pirated. I know it's not the last time I'm going to get pirated. And so yeah, so they was in chat telling me basically that they warned me. Now I'm going to face their wrath. And I put in the thing, remember guys, you can't pad ram. That, you know, it's against the terms of service. This is as far as I know from what I've done. And then they both sort of move off a little bit. And then I thought, oh, well, they moved away. Did they get bored? Because this has been about 20 minutes now. I know it's not 20 minutes in the video itself. We're only in about 6. But I've cut it now, and we're running on to 20 minutes now that this has been going on. So I'd have waited hours. Me, I don't care. I would have sat and waited for hours. If they didn't come and pad ram me. So I'm just writing in the chat, and then all of a sudden, boom, just a gun, literally just a gun hits me. It's just a massive gun the size of my ship comes and rams me off the pad. And so yeah, and not only that, I get the crime stat for it. There you go. See, I committed a violation. So that's wrong. That's another form of grief. And knowing I'm going to get a crime stat for them hitting me, that's wrong as well. I understand the piracy, and I'm all for the piracy, but this time they did it too soon and they lost out. I went to safety, and then I got griefed. And then this happened. Ship disappears, and that's it. Nobody got the cargo. I lost my 5 million of cargo. They didn't get any cargo from me. So I taunted them a little bit and said, hi, you didn't get crap from me. And they said, well, you got a crime stat and whatever. Which, again, so they knew that I was going to get that crime stat, and I think that was all wrong. I definitely think I was griefed there. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm going to keep it running on, but you'll see again, not only did they pad ram me with that, you'll see now this Gladius comes in when I come up over to this lift. The Gladius comes in and starts trying to ram me personally. So again, that's another form of griefing. He's trying to kill me in an armistice zone by ramming me with this ship. And like you see there, I've got that crime stat now, and I think that's unfair. And so yeah, I really love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Was I griefed or was I pirated? Mixture of both probably, but they lost out because they didn't do it right at the beginning and allowed me to get to safety. But then they did stuff that I think was wrong to then destroy the ship. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. And so yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to hit that button, stick on the like button, hit the bell and subscribe notification. Don't forget, guys, it's free fly week, so anybody that's new to the game and doesn't have it, you can start an account with RSI, use my code that flashes up, and you'll get 50,000 credits if you do buy the game. And all this week you can free fly the ships. So yeah, definitely. See here, he rams me. Definitely griefing. That's not piracy, and definitely a no-no for me. The way they're acting now, they should have just left. They destroyed my ship, which disappeared. They didn't get nothing, and we was all losers in that. And yeah, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. If you want to help the channel out further, we are affiliated with the Impound. If you buy something from the Impound, you'll get 3% off, and that'll give us some kickbacks, as well as affiliated with Emulate, the voice command that I use. You can get 25% off from that in the description. Also our Discord and our Augur in there, the links to that, and you can also hit that join member button, guys. Really do appreciate you. Love you all. See you in the verse.